A group of white South Africans arrived in the United States on Monday, where they were granted refugee status by the Trump administration. US President Donald Trump said Afrikaners were victims of a genocide, echoing the far-right conspiracy theory supported by his advisor Elon Musk. But in South Africa, both the government and scholars dispute claims of persecution.
Certainly these individuals don't fall in the category of refugee and the reason why the South African government has to insist on this is because it is going to then give credibility to the lie that indeed they are being persecuted, that indeed they are running away from some conflict, some white genocide and so forth. So legally, they don't fit that status. But understandably, the United States have to call them refugees because this is how they can then justify chartering a plane, bringing them into the country, setting them up at refugee centers, and so on and so forth, and give them the necessary assistance.
In a phone conversation, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa told Donald Trump he had received false information on Afrikaner's situation. Trump said he planned to address the issue with South African leadership in a meeting next week.
It is unfortunate because the United States and the Trump administration is trying to blacken the name of South Africa and of the South African government. We traditionally, over the last 30 years, have been a receiver of refugees from all over the Southern African continent, people that are indeed running away from persecutions, from conflict, from war, whether it is in the DRC, whether it is in Sudan, whether it is further afield. And now, because of this stunt that is being pulled by the Trump administration, they are trying to say to the world that we ourselves have now become a country where people are seeking refugee status.
The group of Afrikaners arrived outside Washington on a private charter plane and were greeted by US authorities. The US government has made the resettlement of white South Africans a priority, despite engaging in a wider crackdown on asylum seekers from other countries.